Hello, Leos, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I apologize for how late I am on these mid-months, but I'm getting everything out and just catching up from taking some time off earlier. All right, guys, so let's see what's going on. Today is September 25th, but I'm going to backtrack a bit. All right, so this is going to be from September 15th to October 15th. All right, so let's see what's been going on with the sign of Leo. What is going on with the sign of Leo? Okay. Okay, guys. So the energy for this reading is the Four of Wands. So there's a sense of you building foundations. Could be building a foundation for yourself at work, building a foundation for yourself in terms of your household and all of that, or just building foundation within yourself internally. Okay. Behind that, we do have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, you could have been kind of at a standstill, not knowing which path to take because you weren't sure which path was going to make you happiest. So it's kind of a place where you don't move forward until you find something worth moving forward for. Okay. So let's get into your past. The first card that you guys have is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So for some of you, you could have been dealing with the water sign. But the Knight of Cups in the reverse is usually somebody who's very charming, but very promiscuous as well. Okay. And with the Two of Swords in the reverse, there's a decision made here in regards to this person. And if it's not, cheating or promiscuity, this could be just somebody who's unstable emotionally, okay? But I feel that whatever this was or whoever this was, it was a situation that you chose to part ways with in an amicable way. Okay. King of Wands in the reverse. So you guys could have been unreliable towards this person as well. Okay. But I see unreliability in both parts here. Now, the next card that you guys have is the Nine of Cups. So it's like releasing this person may have been, releasing a burden. And there was a victory that you felt after letting this situation go. Okay, the World card. So you were just very, very happy to end this chapter with whoever it was or whatever it was, whether it had been a job that you were at that was just unstable, or you just wanting to really get out of this. But I feel that you guys are really happy to move away from whoever this was. And with the Ten of Swords in the verse, the past, the worst rather, is past you. It's behind you. It's done. It's over. And now these swords are coming out of your back. Okay. And that's because, the situation didn't work out. So it was I actually see it as a good thing that it didn't work out for you guys. All right. The next card that you guys have is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, there's a sense of frustration. A lot of people pressing you and you having to kind of fend for yourself in a sense, but it's annoying. And you're just trying to be patient throughout all of this, but I feel a lot, was being thrown at you. All right. You have the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like someone is frustrated that you walked away from them, but I see nothing but good things that came in after this situation or this person was let go. Okay. Now, the first card that you guys have for your present moment is the Hermit card in the reverse. So if you were in some sort of shell or you put yourself into a bit of solitude or you just kept to yourself for whatever reason, this is you getting out of that. This is you getting out of your head about things. There could have been something that you were just trying to figure out in your head and you took the time needed and now you're moving forward. And the fact that you're moving forward could be conflicting. I feel that some of you are dealing with an air energy as well because that is popping up very prominently. Okay, there's a loss that's felt here through whatever problems, but there's a situation that, again, you're moving away from that you're really guarding yourself against. All right, now the next card in your present moment is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So it could be, again, an air sign that you guys are dealing with, or this could be you guys taking on this very reckless energy. But someone here is getting cut off, and they're very upset that they're getting cut off. Okay, but there's victory in cutting this person off because I just feel like it brought too much struggle into your lives. All right, Two of Wands. It's something that just made you feel lost, okay? And the cards are saying, regardless of how lost you feel, letting go of the situation was the best thing that you could have done. Yeah, giving up on the situation was the best you could have done here. And now the next card here is the Queen of Swords. All right, so if you are dealing with an air sign, then this is that person being guarded towards you, still willing to communicate with you, but just having a wall up. But for a lot of you, I feel that you are taking on this energy, because the Queen of Swords, or any sword suit for that matter, it'll pop up when there's something that really just has to be cut out, something that's not serving you, something that's not good for you. All right, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So that card kept wanting to pop up. So, you know, a sense of cutting something out, but again, not seeing anything that's feasible for you. But there is something that you are emotionally invested in that you are moving away from. All right, Three of Swords in the reverse. So this could be a sense of forgiveness, okay? Or this could be a sense of repressed emotions, you know, telling the world that you're good and not feeling as good as what you say you are, or not feeling as good as how you come off. And I know with Leos, you know, the exterior and what people see is very important to you guys. And it's very important for you guys to not look weak in certain situations. So I can totally see this as you guys just not wanting to show the pain that you may be in because of the situation. But it was something that I feel that you inevitably would just have to walk away from. Okay, and you have to do it in order to just avoid tension, or to avoid problems or any sort of conflict. Although it may be something that you guys, you know, still feel emotionally attached to, but your card is popping up, okay? So you guys are going to have the strength that you need to get past this, okay? Now, the first card you have going into your future is the Hanged Man in the reverse. So again, this is movement forward. It might not be fast movement forward, but you're getting out of a place of limbo, okay? Ten of Cups in the reverse, because the situation that you were going through, it was just unstable, okay? You were unhappy and you're moving away. It could have been a love situation here, okay? Maybe some of you were dealing with a Gemini, but you're moving away from this. All right, and the cards are reaffirming that this was the right thing to do, okay? And this is something that you guys are going to get over. You know, you are going to get out of your head with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. You know, you're not putting these self-limiting thoughts on yourself anymore. So that's a good thing. And moving forward, you guys have the Four of Cups. So you may see offers coming in, but I just don't think that you guys will emotionally be in a place where you're able to take anything seriously. Okay, especially if it's in the form of love, because you're so focused on this toxic situation that you just removed yourself from. Okay, Page of Swords in the reverse. For a lot of you, it's this air sign that's really upset that you're cutting them off. Okay. Yeah, I just did the Aquarius reading, and it was very similar. So maybe some of you, you know, were dealing with an Aquarius, some a Gemini, but I see a very strong air presence here. Okay, it could be any sign. You know, this is general, but for a lot of you, I do feel it's going to be an air sign. Now, moving forward, you guys are coming up as the Knight of Wands in the reverse, which I don't completely, you know, I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world. You know, this is someone that's usually very emotionally unstable and somebody of affairs. But I see you guys getting out of a situation, and I see you not wanting to commit to anything right away because you're kind of like in your head about the situation. And I think that's completely fine. Go out, have fun, do your thing, because this is someone that is going to have a ball. They're going to have a great time, but it's just not someone that is going to be there for you the next day, okay? Now, I don't see anything wrong with that. Just be sure that you don't hurt other people while you're trying to heal yourself. So if this is the approach that you're going to take on life, that's completely fine. That's your prerogative, and that's something that's good worth doing. But just make sure that you know, that people know what they're getting themselves into if you do decide to take this path. Just to leave, you know, any sort of heavy karmic stuff, leave it away from you. You know, kind of make sure you're not putting any karmic situations on your plate, because you're going to have to eat that later, and that's not going to be a good meal. So just make sure if there's anybody who's coming into your life, because Leos, you guys are naturally very magnetic and very charming. And if you're in a place that you're capable of hurting other people, just give them the heads up, I can't do anything serious right now. I'm just not in that mindset right now. So let them have that choice of whether or not they want to go through with something, because there could be a third-party situation here, and I think that it's important that everybody involved knows, especially if sex is involved. It's not even about feelings and emotions. It's about STDs, and it's somebody. If you're going to be dealing with more than one person in a physical sense, they have to know so that they can protect themselves accordingly. Okay. 10 of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, you're going to be having a lot of fun, and this is just what you're doing in order to heal yourself, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I see you guys just getting out, not really putting any sort of expectations on anybody, not jumping into any commitments, and honestly, I think that that's the best thing that you guys could do if you are in a situation where you're feeling very, very hurt, because when we're hurt, the only thing that we're going to provide for other people is hurt. Okay, so you want to get yourself into a more stable place and mindset before, jumping into anything. But I do see you guys, coming into your power and making good decisions after this. I just don't really see any passionate attempts being made on your part. I don't see you guys really settling with anybody by, the end of this time, by October 15th. Okay? And for this could go either way. This could be you guys feeling this energy, or somebody else in your life that was very important, and this is kind of, what they're going through. Okay? But this is definitely a time to have your feelings, sorted out and to get through this. Okay? So I'm going to pull you guys an Earth Magic Oracle card just to see what guidance you guys need for this time. Okay. And like always, I'm using the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer. Okay. What advice is there for the sign of Leo from September 15th to October 15th? What can I advise the sign of Leo? Alright guys, let's see what pops up. Okay. Mountain, strength. Okay. This is Leo's forte right here. Strength is something that is just, you guys are just made with. You guys are the strongest sign of the zodiac. So there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to bounce back from whatever this is without any problem. Okay. The massiveness of the mountain in this image, bearing the blankets of snow as spectacular hues from the sun reflect from its body, evokes a sense of impenetrable and immovable strength and stature. A mountain's quiet, resolute immensity leaves us in awe and inspires us to reach for greater heights, yet it can also pose challenges. The firm base of the mountain evolves to the narrowest crest in its attempt to reach the sky. More daring individuals become enamored by the peak and see it as something to conquer, although it can never be truly conquered. When the mountain feels threatened in some way or simply shrugs its shoulder, the strength exhibited can wreak havoc for all beings caught in its skin. It makes no sense to deny the strength you have at the cost of allowing yourself to be reactive and subject to external influences far beyond what is healthy for you. Imagine yourself as a mountain of strength, solidly grounded in the earth, your head held high as if you were touching the sky. Do so without straining, just as the mountain itself does not strain. The current situation calls for you to be vigilant, but not to the point of fear or paranoia. Be the rock of strength that you are capable of becoming. The solidness of your resolve will be clearly communicated when you model yourself after the towering immensity of a mountain, impenetrable and inscrutable. Standing steady like a rock is what is called for at this time. Okay, so this is really interesting. This is saying, as opposed to doing anything crazy or going out of your way to show strength, you are strength. You don't have to go anywhere to look for it. You don't have to seek anyone to find it. You don't have to look for any answers. You are literally the epitome of strength this month, guys. So whatever it is that you're going through, it's something that I see you guys getting through in a very, very strong way. Okay? And it's just like the type of thing where someone or a certain situation, it can only bother you if you allow it to. Okay, but you are what it is that people are trying to conquer this month. But like this oracle says, you're inconquerable. This is not something that someone can conquest. You have the ultimate strength over yourself. You have the ultimate power over yourself, and that's something that you guys just need to be reminded. And I did say this in the last video, I believe, for you guys, that Leos are literally the depiction of strength. Okay, and sometimes people expect you to be so strong that we forget that we're all human and we all go through pain and we all go through different occurrences. So allow yourself to be vulnerable, allow yourself to go through whatever you have to go through, but never lose sight of who you are. Okay, you guys are this mountain. You guys are the epitome of strength. And that's why I don't push Leos too much when it comes to stuff like that, because you guys already know this. Sometimes you have to be reminded, but you know it. So whatever it is that you guys are going through, you're going to get through it just fine. Okay, I see that light at the end of the tunnel. I see you guys really getting through this. So I am wishing you guys the absolute best of luck with this situation. I will leave all my information in the description for anyone that does want a personal reading. But other than that, I wish you guys the best of luck. And I will be back in just a few days with your October readings. So let's see how things progress. I love you guys so much. Take care, Leos.